Wildcats over Toledo 24-16. Ah, I, look, we got we got W today, Jimmy. But I don't think a lot of Kentucky fans is going to be happy with the way our offense played tonight. Let's just start with we got a win. It looked like we're healthy, which those are two positive things, especially if you get out of there healthy. Get to take everybody into the Ole Miss game. But let's be real, Jimmy. Our offense didn't look very good tonight. You could say that they rusty. You could say that they working some kinks out. It just it just didn't go good tonight for offense. And, I mean, we were supposed to win by 10. We won by 8. We couldn't even hold them at the end of the game from scoring another touchdown. Jimmy, what's your take on the ball game, bro? And first of all, in our group text, you look like you was angry.
Yeah, I wasn't happy. I mean, we did some good things at good times, but our defense looked great.
Yeah.
And then it looked terrible. And then our offense looked good, and then it looked terrible. But I'm hoping maybe they held some things back and not showing what they actually have. But, if in a game like this, I would have been pulling all my punches and tried to beat this team as bad as I could. And,
I think I would too.
Yeah. And that's, I know we won, but it's still, it's a win, but it's not like, it don't feel like a great win to me.
I'm with you. Like this win. I mean, anytime you get a win over a team that's projected to win their conference, I guess you gotta give a little fake hand clap or whatever. But the offense was just like, and then we take a sack. Like you cannot take a sack in the end zone. Like I don't know what they was thinking about, but you don't take that sack in the end zone. You hand the ball off. It was like decision making just wasn't for an older guy at quarterback. It looked like decision making just wasn't there a lot of the times. And that's something when we get to Ole Miss and these guys are flat out flying. Decision making is boom. You got to decide what you're gonna do. So the offensive line didn't look too bad tonight. That's something that I wanted to see as well. But Calzada went for he was only 10 for 23 for 85 yards. He only averaged 3.7 yards a throw with one and had one interception. Jimmy, this is the kind of things that I guess people say you can build off of and you can get better. But I don't know how you go into the locker room and says this is the best we could do against Toledo, and now let's go have confidence to beat Ole Miss.
Well, I'm kind of glad that play happened early in the game where he got sacked in the end zone. Because if that would have happened maybe in the middle of the game or in the third quarter, that would have been a big problem. But it was luckily that we got that play and then we responded, and that was and we wasn't tired. I think our offense both got tired throughout the whole second half, third quarter, fourth quarter, and we just could not make a play. We couldn't make a defensive play. We was just lucky that we was up by 9 points.
I wish we could have I wish we could have covered a spread, bro. We're not going to have very many games this year. It looked like we was frozen, so it looked like we back and we're good now. I just wish we could have covered the spread. And Greg says nothing. And I thought about this too. Nothing was held back. If we could have won by 50, they would have. No holding back. And it makes me wonder if that's really true, bro. Because I get it. Maybe we didn't open up the playbook completely, but even we had a chance where we could have played this team a lot better today, and we didn't. Once again, don't get me wrong. I'm happy that we got the W. I'll take the W all day long. I take being healthy after the game all day long. But like I don't know how you go in as a coach and says, okay, guys, we got this. We got what is it? 6 days now to get ready for Ole Miss. I just 7 days. I just don't know how you I just don't know how you go in and rally the guys up and get them to believe that they can still go in and beat them, let Ole Miss come in and beat them. We just got some things we got to work on, and I think not calling anybody out, not being rude, but just calling it what it is, and just says Kentucky football got some stuff that we got to work on, and
Mhm.
between now and between Ole Miss comes to town, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we got a lot of work on, for
Yeah,
between now and next Saturday. I
yeah,
mean, whether we won this game by 50 or we just won it by, what we won by tonight,
yeah,
we still got a lot of work on. But at least
yeah,
we're healthy. Nobody went down,
yeah.
injuries or anything like that, as far as I saw. But we got a promising game coming up Saturday against Ole Miss. Let's see if they can improve. We're 1-0 right now. That's what we wanted. 1-0. So we're
Yeah.
1-0. Let's see if we can improve on it.
All Chris. So I mean, if we can improve on it, I don't think and this is just my opinion. I don't think that the team actually won over the fans today, like I was hoping that they would. But let's see if we can build on this win today, and let's see. I tell you what, if you really now see next week, if we win 24-16, oh man, we
Oh
ecstatic, bro. There is
yeah,
no problems with that. I just think it's the first game of the year playing against Toledo. Not a bad team, not a bad, no
uh,
disrespect, but overall, I
yeah.
think I did. I think our defense really played really well. I want to give a hats off to Afari. I think that's how you say his name. I want to give a
Avari,
shout
yeah,
out. Yeah,
yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Souls. Both of those two guys, man, they stood out all ball game and they made a difference. So, big shout out to those guys tonight too, as well. Our running backs, they
The
look
the
they look
yeah
good.
the
You know what I'm
the
saying?
two your
The
two
two,
running
yeah,
backs, yeah, they look
yeah,
great.
they look good tonight. And the O line, they stood up. I don't think they are at the big blue wall level of being able to really, have the
Yeah,
privilege of being called that, but they look good. For me, I think Calzada, I think he had the time needed tonight. The accuracy just wasn't there. Like you had all summer to get your accuracy together, and then you come in the ball game, and then your accuracy just wasn't on where it should be at, and that's something that we definitely got to work on. Like today wasn't a hard football game, so therefore, you guys might have to get out there tomorrow and throw some football around. It's just to continue to work on your accuracy because we can't squander opportunities against Ole Miss and overthrowing people or underthrowing people. You got to put the ball on where it belongs at, and because every opportunity that we get, we got to take advantage of it because Ole Miss will make us pay every single time that we don't take advantage of it. So we just got to be ready for the ball game.
yeah. Tomorrow, film room, they'll be in the film room all day talking about what they did and what they did good, what they did bad, what they can improve on. And then Monday morning, football, whatever practice starts, I don't know, for football practices for like Monday through Fridays. But yeah, they're going to be they'll be getting ready for Ole Miss, and this is the week that they actually know. Okay, we already played the game, so we can actually improve on what we did.
Yeah,
We did do good, what we did
yeah.
bad, and then let's improve on it. Hey, and we got Ole Miss coming into, everybody calls it Kroger Field. I still call it Commonwealth Stadium, but they're coming into Commonwealth Stadium. And yeah, but let's see, let's get this win this Saturday.
we having a little difficulties with Jim. Oh, okay, Jimmy, he's back. What was you saying, Jimmy?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, I thought I was fine, but talking
Yeah.
about let's get the C for Commonwealth, and let's get back and we already knew what we're going to be doing for this week. Let's get ready for this win on Saturday against Ole Miss.
Yep. This is, the first game's in the book. It's out of the way. Looking around the SEC right now, right now, Kentucky has had the um, worst game out of any SEC team that played right now. But look,
Yeah.
guys, it's an early year, and for me, I want Kentucky to be really exceptionally good today because I understand how the fan base is, and I understand that not all. Let me put it like this: not all of the fan base, but a lot of the fan base. My alarm's going to go off here in just a minute. Will it? Yeah, no, not yet. For me to get up for work, but I think for me, I just wanted us to see us have a big ball game just to kind of get the fan base rallied behind the team and says, okay, you know what, we can build even off of what we did today. And while we still can build off of it, a lot of people on the outside looking in, they're not going to see it that way. They just going to just see Kentucky play Toledo and look what we was not able to do. Look that we wasn't able to shut them down and win bigger than what we did. And so for Kentucky Wildcats to draw the fan base in, they like this Ole Miss game is a huge game for Mark Stoops and his career here at Kentucky and what we can do. So we got to go out here and win this ball game because I think it's capable of winning this game. But we got to definitely play better than what we did today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yep.
what we did today is not going to make it through the SEC. It's not going to make it through Ole Miss next week. And
No.
then, we got Eastern Michigan, which is a lower, smaller school, what we play today. But still, if we can't beat Eastern Michigan or Toledo by more than like 10, 12, 15, points, we're not going to beat any good SEC teams.
And that's you know what, and that's not even being negative. That's just
No, yeah.
that's just the reality of where we at right now with Kentucky football. People say, well, you got to win. You should enjoy it. You should get over it, and you should move on. Yeah, I mean, I can wake up tomorrow knowing that Kentucky got a W, and that makes me smile. And it always hurts after you take an L. So we got a West name, but you just think, what is it going to take Kentucky football to be able to be at its best? And I already saw people online calling for Cutter. Is it way too soon for that? Because a lot of people are calling for Cutter, man. I don't know, bro. I mean, Calzada's been around for 7 years, and he's still not an accurate passer. At what point do you say we got to do what's best for the team and best? Like I said before, you pay Calzada all this money, but if he ain't the guy for the job, then you got to just suck it up and say you lost a lot of money and just go with the other guy. If the other guy is capable of playing at a high level, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
we have
that's
to, we have to
true.
see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to see Cutter Bowley in the second half because I think he could have done just as good as Calzada,
Yeah.
and I would have liked to see him in the pass rushing and see if he would have made some of those passes that Calzada didn't make.
And if I'm correct, besides the one pass that was in the back of the end zone, we only had one other pass that really got dropped, which was in the end zone.
Yeah.
That guy could have came down with that, and maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation about being accurate. But so it's a two-way street, and with the few times that Calzada will make an accurate pass, it's up to our receivers to go out there and bring in the ball and catch it. Otherwise, Calzada's going to get the blame for it at the end of the day. So, it's if he puts the ball on the money, our receivers have got to go out there and go get it. And that ball that fell through his hands in the end zone, he should have had that. He should have had that. But it's good that the last few years Kentucky has been known for running the football. So it appears that we got two guys back there that can run the football. That's for sure. And even Calzada, Jimmy, when he's running the football, he doesn't look too bad. He doesn't look like he's afraid. But definitely decision making is something that I think a lot of people are going to be paying attention to see if he can improve on that, because it's not going to get any easier, especially next week in the ball game that we have.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, when Calzada has the ball in his hand and he's running, he looks good.
Yeah,
And when we get our running backs, they look good. But
yeah,
the bad thing that I hate is that we run the ball two straight times and we only get one down,
yeah,
and we only made 1 yard, and then all
yeah,
of a sudden you're having to pass for 9 yards to get a first down on third down. And I'm
yep,
like, why can't we just pass the ball to begin with? And if it's an incomplete pass, then we're still, second and 10. Well,
yep,
if we run the ball on first down, we're only getting, right to the, we're not even making it like a first down, second down. It's
no, we're not we're not staying ahead of the chains. And
no.
also, if you're afraid of your quarterback, now the run was working pretty decently, but if you don't really trust your quarterback to throw on first down, then and then you get in a situation third and 9, and then everybody in the world knows that you get ready to throw the ball. That's going to make it hard for you every single time. You got to mix it up. So I hope that Bush just didn't open up the playbook and was saving something. I don't know, as even as Craig said, I don't really know, but I really hope that was the case, because if that's our playbook and that's all we got, then it really could be a long year. And those 6 wins with that offense, I just don't see it getting. It looked like our wide receivers are legit, but they ain't gonna be nothing. And I asked a question earlier this week, Jimmy. Will the tight ends get involved? Well, Rodriguez got involved a lot. Unfortunately, on his biggest catch and run, he fumbles the football. So it's those kind of things that you gotta eliminate, especially going. And so if it was going to be our worst game, I hope whatever it is we needed to get out of our system, we was able to get out of our system tonight, and hopefully build on this and go into the Ole Miss ready to go, because Kentucky Wildcats has won it all. He's on your 7. Oh, that's Chris right there. Chris,
Yeah.
let me throw up Chris's comment. You have to know your quarterback. There's a reason he's on your 7 at school number 5. Chris, I'm not talking to you, dude. You just hope Vandy wins the ball game today. Okay. I can't argue with Chris. You're absolutely right. And it's like you got to ask yourself, what is it about about Calzada that doesn't seem to be all that great? But I guess somebody saw that he was worth a lot of money. I don't even know how much money he got paid, but the word on the street is he got a couple of dollars to come play football in Kentucky. So he got through game 1. He didn't get pulled. So let's see what happens in game 2. Because sometimes certain players play down to certain teams, and then when you get into a big game, then that's when they come on and then they have their best games. He's already beat Alabama one time in his career, but I have to say that that Kentucky's not Texas A&M as well too.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference also with the team that he had. So if Kentucky can just keep playing football and find a way to get better, game in and game out, we don't have a lot of games to go in and play around in and just try to figure things out. We got to go into these games looking to win some ball games because this year's going to go by fast. And when you look at the schedule, you don't see many opportunities to get a lot of wins. So a team like Ole Miss coming to your house this year, you guys got to come in there playing around. And I think if we win our ball game next week, I think it's because the defense stands up and rears its neck and play some great defense, Jimmy.
Yeah, I believe that if we win that game next week against Ole Miss, I think it's going to be our defense that
Yeah,
holds,
yeah,
and hopefully we get some great yardage on some passes. I mean, we had maybe 1-2 passes. One was called back because
yeah,
he didn't get out of bounds.
yeah,
He didn't get his foot out of bounds.
yeah,
But that we need to get some passes down yardage and get like some 20-25 yard passes. Even
yeah,
it's just short and methodical, getting 5, 10,
yeah.
15 here and there. We need that and the defense set up.
It's all about loosening up that defense, man. I mean, if that defense knows that you're not capable of going downfield, if that defense knows that you're not even capable of throwing a 10-yard it out, it makes the defense a whole lot easier, bro. It makes it a whole lot easier. And we got bailed out tonight about 3 times by those guys
Yeah,
of holding, pass interference, or whatever.
yeah,
But it's then for me, every time you get a chance to capitalize on it, you got to capitalize. I love to make sure that I don't come on here and I don't just say everything negative about what's going on. We had a chance to in the beginning of the game when we scored our first touchdown. We was able to capitalize and get a touchdown when Calzada ran it in. That's the kind of things
hmm,
that we didn't have to settle for 3 points. To me, that's crucial, and that's the kind of thing that we got to continue to build off of. I don't want to be here and be negative because after all, we did get the W, and I think at the end of the day, that's the most important thing that you're trying to do, even if it's by 1 point. You want to win. I've always just believed that certain wins are different than other wins, even if it's by 1 point. It makes a big difference inside that locker room, and you want to keep that locker room together as much as possible. Because see, here's what happens, Jimmy, with Calzada. People start looking at Calzada and say, "Well, he's not really all that good." Well, we got cut a bull right here. We should go play him. See, that's when you start getting the divisions. That's when you start getting the little side pockets of people talking. Well, we should have him or we should have this guy. That's the kind of things that we're trying to. If you get a 1 point win over Ole Miss, you don't have that. But against somebody like Toledo, people are having those sidebar talks about, well, if Cutter was in, maybe we would have been, maybe would have been more accurate. And that's the kind of things that I would like to early in the season try to not happen and eliminate it as soon as possible. Because once you lose the locker room, then yes, you only win in 3 or 4 games, Jimmy.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Uh,
Yep.
with I mean, this Ole Miss game coming up. I mean, I'm sure everybody's going to be cued in and
Yeah.
ready for this game. It's going to be at home Commonwealth.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a great atmosphere. I'm hoping everybody gets fired up and watches this, and it's just a great environment. What would you put up there? Calzada, mate, Vandergriff,
Look like Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Yeah, uh, but we just I think everybody's going to be cued in for this game. There's not going to be one player that's not ready for this game. So I know we like you did say, yeah, we did not have very many penalties today.
Yeah, that was good.
We need to carry that over for the next
Yeah.
game against Ole Miss,
Yeah,
And hopefully we didn't use everything up on offense plays, and he didn't show everything he has. And
yeah.
and our defense plays a little bit better. I believe this could be a W next weekend with Ole Miss.
I'm actually going to go out on the limb, Jimmy, and I'm actually going to say that we're going to beat Ole Miss next week at home.
Oh,
I do. That's the one team that I feel like if we're going to get a win at home, especially out of the Power Five and of course the SEC, I feel like that Ole Miss is going to be that team that we're going to find a way to win it. They don't have Jackson Dart this year, so he's gone. So if our defense can fly around like they did today and cause havoc with that quarterback and throw them off, they don't have this. I don't think they have the same running backs as well. I'll look more into them this week, but I don't think they have those great running backs that they had. If that's the case, now Ole Miss always has a good defense, Jimmy, but if we can find a way to score some points, man, I think our defense will play at a high level that will allow us to get this win. So I'm definitely going to look in. I'm definitely going to keep my hopes up that if we're going to get a SEC team at home, then it's going to be Ole Miss. And look, if we beat Ole Miss, man, I'm happy. We can beat Ole Miss by 1 point. We can kick a field goal and beat Ole Miss. Those are the kind of wins that we won the game more so than just saying we beat Toledo. It's different, and I don't think unless somebody can convince me otherwise, I don't think I'll change my mind on that, Jimmy.
no, I'm right there with you. I believe if our offense can score the ball just enough to keep the defense, you know, keep them off the field, and they can
Yeah,
be fresh. And once we score or whatever happens, we just don't need three out and done, and the defense playing the whole game. But if we can score some points and stay just enough above them, and then our defense come in and special teams get a stop here or there, or the defense gets an interception like we did today at the beginning of the game. That helped a lot when we got the
yeah.
interception at the beginning of the game. We need a couple more of those. We get some of them against Ole Miss next week. I think we'll be right in the game. And whether it's a 1, 2, 3 point win, it's just a win, and that's a good win for your first game of the SEC.
Absolutely, Jimmy. You are absolutely spot on. We just got to find a way to get this W, and if we can do that, it kind of gives the fans a moment of pause. Okay, you know what? We beat Ole Miss. We didn't play great against Toledo, but we found a way to beat Ole Miss. Maybe just maybe the fan base would be more into the ball game and more into football, and just having a little bit more faith in maybe what we could do. And um, that's why I always say this, Jimmy. Teams look really, really, really special on paper, but you still have to play the ball game. And it's too
Yeah.
many. It's too many upsets in college football year in and year out for people to just absolutely say there is no way that no way that this team can beat this team. I mean, it's like you got to go out and play football. I mean, if Toledo didn't have turnovers tonight, maybe if they could have got it in when they was in the red zone, we could be sitting here talking about a different outcome of this ball game right now. It's just that easy. So I don't like to ride people off. And yes, I'm a Kentucky fan, but I like to be a realist too as well. And Kentucky could have very much well found a way to lose this game tonight if things didn't go their way. And that's the same way. But I have to feel positive about UK playing Ole Miss next week. I'm not saying that I'm just going to go out and bet $1,000 on the game. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if we can find a way to keep the game close going into the fourth quarter, You never know. It can come down to a field goal, and Kentucky could just get a big field goal and win the ball game. But I'm not ready to write off Kentucky and just say that these guys are just going to be garbage for the rest of the year. Do we got some work to do? Absolutely. Is Kentucky a basketball school? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that the football school still can't go out and get some quality wins this year in 2025. I'm just saying. That's anonymous said, let me throw this up, Jimmy. Let me see. Let me throw this up, Jimmy. Anonymous.
I, I saw Vandy Chris on here trolling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vandy plays Charleston Southern.
Yeah.
You ever heard of them?
I have. Yeah. But
Vandy's favored by 37 and a half points.
Yeah.
Tell them to start scheduling a good team at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And they played Toledo at the beginning of the year, then he could talk a little bit of smack.
Yeah. I think they played, I know, right? I think they played Virginia Tech last year, a year before. I think they ended up getting that win too, I think. They beat those guys. Yeah. So, and blew them out. So I want to go back to this one comment, right? I didn't, anonymous. A lot of Kentucky fan base are casual fans. They don't know college football like real fans who follow the game. Toledo was picked by many to be potential group of 5 representative. I think we've addressed that. Like I said, this is a good win. Hey, thank you for the comment, anonymous. I think this is a good win against Ole Miss. This is not, I don't want to downplay the win as fans like, well, we just beat Toledo. Toledo still will probably go out here and have a really, really good year. We rattled their quarterback for the most of the ball game, but I still think these guys may still have a good year. I think my point is when you already projected to only win 4 games, and then you got some good opponents, SEC at home. I think it's all about the building confidence going into a ball game. Yes, you beat a team that can possibly still find its way into the conference playoffs. You still could, but at the end of the day, when you go and play Ole Miss, you want to ride in on a high. You don't want to ride in on just we got the job done. You want to ride in knowing that we completely manhandled our last opponent. And whether it's false hope or whatever, you walk into a game like Ole Miss thinking and believing that you have the opportunity to win that ball game. But yeah, in week 2 in South Carolina, week 3, both games on the road. Really want to talk about tough scheduling. Come on, man, we got tough scheduling too, bro. Don't say we don't have tough scheduling. But I get to where you're going, Chris. We shut down Chip. You know what? Chip didn't. Towards the end of the game, Chip looked a lot better than he did the first part of the game. That's for sure. So it was good to see that we shut him down for the foremost part of the game. It was like we had it out for him and says if they gonna beat us, it ain't gonna be the running back. He was one of the problems last year. I didn't know that nobody. I didn't know that he was one of the problems last year. I know Chip wasn't healthy last year, unless that was just a cover up of him not being on the field. But he didn't really get on the field a lot last year anyway, which was surprising. But I guess either he was hurt or that was a narrative because maybe he had other issues going on that the coaching staff didn't like. But I'm just glad that he didn't come here and he didn't hurt us and he didn't beat us. So I'm okay with that too as well too. The online struggling with worst teams the last 2 years. This year, the online looked as good as just LinkedIn. The O-line did look good today. I have to agree with that. The O-line didn't look bad today. I think overall, and if you guys seen something that I didn't see, I think overall, Calzada had the time needed to pass the football. It was his decision making. It was his timing. It was his not getting rid of the ball out of his hands fast enough. But did we take a sack tonight? Did we get any sacks tonight, Jimmy? Against us?
Yeah, quarterback. We at the very beginning of the game, He went down in the end zone. Oh no, are you talking about for them? Yeah,
No, no, no. I
but
mean, yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
us. Us, I think
It
we
was
got
just it was
maybe. Yeah, I think we got a couple sacks. Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, I'm talking about us getting sacked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Somebody,
Well, yeah, Kanzat. Yeah, he got sacked in the end zone.
yeah, he got that one safety.
Safety.
I don't know if he got sacked anymore tonight
I
though.
don't know.
I
I think that was it. I think that was the first and only one.
I think he got hurried a lot, but I don't.
Yeah.
But he didn't get sacked a lot. So I think that was I think that was the difference. I don't think he got um yeah, I don't think he got sacked a whole lot. So those are the kind of things that as Kentucky with the line, those are the kind of things that we can build off of. That we can go into Ole Miss and says, okay, we didn't give up a sack. Well, we gave up a safety, which is horrible. But throughout the game, we protected pretty well, and I feel like that we can go into Ole Miss, and if Ole Miss is going to have a good up front team. They always do. So but some guys rise to the challenge and they step up to the plate. And this is what they do. So let's see if our defense looked better than last year so far. Defense was not bad, man. So
No.
I hope we don't have to come down to relying on defense to win ball games every single game. I will say this: some of those when we got it, when we do our interceptions, the defense was on the field a lot, and then they went off the field, and they came right back on the field. Those kind of things you can see in the play of the defense of not getting enough rest, what that turns out to be. They come in, they still efficient, but they still like they're not too sharp. And that makes a big difference. So our offense has definitely got to continue to put together some long drives unless we just hit the home run ball or our guys break a long touchdown. Then you know what defense, hey, we scored. You guys got to go back out there. But other than that, I think our defense is going to improve, and I hope that the decision making of our quarterback does the same thing as well.
Yeah. I believe it's promising. I
Yeah,
think our defense is good. It's going to get
yeah,
better. I don't think it's going to get worse.
yeah,
Our play calling and different things.
yeah,
The what we actually do when the play is called is going to
yeah,
get a lot better. Uh, I really don't have a lot of worries right now. I mean, we won our
yeah,
first game. Ole Miss, we got them here at home. It's a home game, so let's get rallied around this team and let's coach them up and get them ready for Saturday game. And
yeah,
this team, I think's got the heart. The way I saw them play today, they've got the heart. I think they had a lot of bad plays that didn't go their way. They
mm,
might not have practiced a lot of the same things that they saw in the game. Now they've
yeah,
got that under their belt. So
yeah,
let's roll. Let's roll with it.
yeah. I like what Otis says. Otis says, take this right here off. Otis says, oh, if it comes up, I guess it will. Maybe it's slow. Otis says Ole Miss will let us know what our football team would be like, and I agree with that too.
Okay.
I feel like the way we play, and even if we lose to Ole Miss, once again, that's one of those things where you lose, but was you in the ball game? Did you give yourself a chance and it just didn't work out for you? In versus just getting blown out. You get blown out. Well, people like whatever. Where's my NIL? Where's my nice car that I just brought? You know what I'm saying? Where's my nice apartment at? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where I'm gonna go eat at? I mean, this sports is a psychological thing, man. It is from one week to one game to the next. It's really psychologically. You can be up one football game or basketball game, the next ball game. You can be at your lowest. So I think everything that we do moving forward is about how do we stay mentally ready, mentally strong, mentally prepared in order to go out here and win some of these ball games. So I think that's a big thing for me. Nobody said, "Hey, nobody, it's good to see you, man. I haven't saw you in a while. It's good to see you." Okay. If we don't beat Ole Miss, we probably not making a bowl. Like I said, I mean that could be a trickle down effect that hey, nobody thought we was gonna win anyway. So it's not the end of the world if we lose, whatever. But if you win against Ole Miss, you never know what can be the outcome of the ball game if everything is clicking on all cylinders. That's for sure. Mm, James, my first time on here, Big Mike and Jimmy Jim. Hey, James. Hey, man, thank you so much. So where's that at? Make sure I throw that up. Um, about one, put that up here somewhere. Hey, James, thank you so much. Good to see you all. I watch all the time.
Yeah,
Thank you,
good.
James. Really, really appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining in. It means a lot to us as well, too.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you have. If this is your first time, please do like James did. Please let us know that it's your first time watching so we can give you a shout out. We always enjoy that. Always enjoy saying thank you. The Cats win. And that matter of fact, what do we hold? I looked up ours. What did we actually hold? 1 second. Box score, Toledo. So they actually threw for 270 yards and they ran for 60 yards. So, I mean, Chip only had 42 yards. That's something that we can build off of as well too. We know that this offense for Toledo is going to be a lot better throughout the year. So let's just take this win, let's just enjoy it, and let's see if our guys can get back to playing smart defense. Um, let's just continue to get back to some smart offense and see if our quarterback can make some smart things happen. If so, then I'm completely okay with the learning process of what this team has to go through. But we can't wait too long for that to happen. We got to win ball games, and we got to win ball games now. Every chance that we get, if we're trying to make a bowl game, our goal is not the playoffs. The playoffs is good. I'm glad that they opened up the playoffs to 12 teams, but we're nowhere in the talks for playoffs right now. It's just can we beat Ole Miss because we got game one in the books, and it really makes for a much better day when you can win the ball game as well too. So we got to see. I agree with Otis. Maybe we can go 6-6 this year, and as hard as that is, and please forgive me for saying, but I live with that if we go 6-6 this year. Considering nobody thought we was going to do anything, maybe we can go to a bowl game and get another win, make it 7-6. It just all really depends as well too. Florida State is up on Alabama. Thank you, Chris.
17-7.
17-7.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Arkansas's beating Alabama A&M 10-7.
Okay. And you see these teams.
Every SEC team has played has won this weekend so far.
And Kentucky didn't let them down.
No, we didn't let them down, but
it wasn't exactly pretty, but we got the job done. And for that, I take my hats off to Stoop and the Kentucky Wildcats football team for at least getting the win. We can build off of it, and we should be happy about that too. That's my get up alarm.
You gotta get up. You gotta get up. Go to work. Go make those donuts. Go make them donuts.
It's midnight here, so all you guys get a chance to go and enjoy the rest of the day and everything. But anyway, hey Jimmy, thank you for jumping on here for a pregame show. Guys, don't forget that we go live on Monday nights at 6 Eastern and Wednesday nights at 7 Eastern. Please come join us. Check us out. We will be doing a postgame show and a pregame, postgame show against Ole Miss next week. So I hope you guys will come jump on and join us. That should be an exciting game. Hopefully Kentucky can find a way to pull it out as well too. So saying they going 9-3, but Alabama and Texas lose. Has some splaining to do. Yeah, Texas got beat, didn't they? Texas lost that game.
They lost 14-7.
Yeah. So, and Arch Manning did not look good at all. He didn't look good at all.
He's not his brothers.
No,
No.
he's not his brother, and a lot of hype has been around him all year, and I don't think they did him any justice by doing that. So great show, Jimmy and Big Mike. Thank you so much, Otis. I appreciate it. We look forward to being with you guys on Monday and Wednesdays and pregame and postgame shows. So I'm Big Mike here at the Lloyd BBN Fan Show. Jimmy is my amazing co-host, and I appreciate him jumping on with me tonight too as well. Jimmy, thank you. You guys have a good afternoon. Enjoy some college football, and go Cats.
Go Cats.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.